small, medium or large. Here they have to give an input. Okay. Then based on choice. Okay. Let me declare the bill. Initially the bill is equal to 0. Okay. If the input choice equal to small. So here we will say dot upper and parenthesis to tell whatever may be the case of the input, it should be made it as upper. So if the if choice equal to small, then bill should be how much? Bill equal to bill plus what is the size, small size value?
15.
So 15. Then if choice equal to medium, bill equal to bill plus how much?
20.
20. Then if choice equal to large, then bill equal to bill plus how much? 24, huh?
25, sir.
25. Then what is that? Do you want to add pepperoni, right?
Add pepperoni for small piece.
Add pepperoni. Okay. So input, do you want pepperoni? Yes or no. Dot lower or upper, whatever we want, we can keep it. Then what? Then cheese, right? Add underscore cheese equal to input. Do you want cheese? Yes or no? Okay. Now, if add underscore pepperoni equal to yes, then what we have to check? And choice equal to yes, correct? Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
should
sir.
be the bill amount?
15 plus 2.
15 plus
Then will be bill plus 2, right? Correct. Already we have, based on the choice, already bill we have made. Correct. So this bill amount is what? This bill only is going to come here. So bill plus 15. So 0 plus 15. Already bill is 15. So 15 plus 2. Correct? Yes or no? Else what? Else what? What you have to write here? Else what? Else what? Bill equal to bill plus how much if it is medium or large? See here I'm checking. Add
plus 3.
pepperoni is yes. Add pepperoni is yes, sir. Okay. What should be the bill here?
3, sir.
So bill plus 3. Okay. So just I'll make some modification here. If add pepperoni is equal to yes, and if choice equal to small, correct? So here what we are checking is if add pepperoni is equal to yes, then it will go here and check. If choice is small, bill plus 2, else bill plus 3. Now, next we have to check is add if add underscore cheese equal to yes, then what we have to do? Bill plus how much for cheese?
1.
1. Else what we have to do? We have to print total Okay, let's just let us check our logic. First, it is saying what is your input, whether it is small, medium, or large. Then we have initiated a bill of 0 based on my size. If it is yes, bill plus 15. If it is medium, bill plus 20. If it is L, bill plus 25. So if the first one is not executed, second one will be executed, second one not executed, third one will be executed. It's not that everything will be executed because it will fail because only one input we are getting. Then initial bill is made. Then we have to ask whether you want pepperoni or not. For this, if the input is yes, then check whether it is small. If it is small, add 2. Else add 3. Because if it is yes and it is not small, then it will be yes and medium or large. For that, this is the bill. Okay, so once this code is executed, this block is executed, then we'll ask check whether cheese is added or not. Whether cheese, if yes, then add. If no, then previously whatever bill is there has to come. Shall we test this? Go. What is telling? Invalid syntax if add pepperoni. Where is the mistake? Yeah. Okay, which size? So welcome to pizza order. Which size pizza do you prefer? Small, medium, or large? I have to enter, say small. Enter. Then do you want pepperoni? No. Enter. Do you want cheese? No. Enter. So the bill is, your bill is 50. Let us try some other combination. Say small, enter. Yes, I want. So plus 2. Cheese I want. Plus 1. So 18 we should get. Is this clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
I hope everybody got this. I want you to other one you should try. I request you not to use any artificial intelligence tool. Definitely, if you give this question into ChatGPT, it will going to give the code, but it is not helpful for us. That is the idea. It's not that I don't use ChatGPT. I use it, but the use can be more effective only if you know what is happening actually. Is that clear? Anybody else has a specific doubt? Anybody else has a specific doubt? What is this Sri Vatsanka? What is that? You have sent something? You identified where you gone wrong?
yes, sir. I have given the same naming, cheese, for the price and the input.
That is also one thing, and you're trying to the other line also I showed you, right? You're trying to concatenate string and integer.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If I change the naming, it's running. The code is working.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice. Anybody else has any doubts? I see if you're not asking any doubts, that means you have all of you have run this program. Has everyone run the program?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
I have one doubt in next question.
Which question?
We are next question, sir. String counting.
Huh.
So whenever we are counting the string, we are selecting one letter.
Yes.
Suppose we have to count 2, 3. So can we write a single line for counting 2, 3 letters?
Single line for 2, 3 letters we cannot write.
So for every letter we have to write separate lines.
No. What will be the question then? What will be the question then? What is the required output? Here we are required. The question is count how many T's this particular word is having. What will
Yes,
be
sir.
your
But
question? The other.
to in a single word of command, I want T, R, U, and E both. All four should be counted.
Whether true is there in this one, you want to check.
Yes, sir.
The word true is there in that string.
No, sir, not true, but T and R is available. But I want to suppose I wrote the name and I want to count T, R, and U, all three in a single line command.
No, in single line we cannot do. Maybe we can try loop and see, but that I have not explained till for you till now.
Okay, sir.
For example, we have to put one for loop, okay? And in that loop, we have to check these letters T, R, U, E in that particular word. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
That I
for
got,
that,
sir.
we have to
But I
go
was
for a
thinking
loop.
that whether we can get it in single line or not. That I was trying.
No, one line like this count we will not get. But for
Okay,
loop,
sir.
that will be 2 lines. One for loop you have to make and go throughout this string. For example, one for loop I will put and ask it to check for TRU throughout this in one line only. But that we have to go for loops, for loop, while loop and all we will be seeing later.
Okay, sir. Okay.
As such, one line to count true, to my knowledge is not there. Let me see. If I come across, I will tell you.
Tried with different combinations, sir, but I did not get real.
No, I
was
did not
getting the
understand.
error. I tried with different combinations, like in semicolon T and semicolon R, adding at the same time in count command, but getting the error, sir.
One line I don't think you will get. Let me see. I will keep a note of it. Then if I get a solution, I will get back to you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Anybody else have any doubts? See, it's not that I can, I know everything. I'll be able to tell everything to you. I'm also learning. So if you share your doubts, then I will try and see what can be done. Don't feel shy in telling your doubts to me. Don't think it is silly. Nothing is silly. Even I don't know anything. Okay, I'm also in the process of learning. Maybe I'm 2 days older than you. That's all in the learning process. Any other doubts? I hope you have done all this day 2 classwork. So how I used to learn this programming is what I used to do is for the given question, I will write the complete program. Then if error comes, then I will paste that in ChatGPT and find out what is the error, where I made the error, and I will correct it. But first I will use my own logic, write my own program, complete the program, run and see. Then if repeatedly I'm not able to get the result, then only I'll paste that program in ChatGPT, find out the error, correct it. That is one way of my learning. Another way, if anything new comes across, then I will take hint from ChatGPT, then use it in my program. I'm not saying don't use it. Today I was hearing one lecture. In that lecture, it is they were telling don't try to remember everything. That is not the way of learning the programming. You should know how things work. So when you know how things work, even if difficult concepts come, you can take the help of tools and do it. That's how we can do it. Otherwise, because it's an ocean, nobody can master the entire thing in few months or few weeks. So you don't feel shy. Try as many problems as possible. I'll try to give more problems also. Okay, with that, I'm going to go to today's class. Okay. So today's class is about randomization. Okay, so this I already told you that there are some modules which people have built which we can use. Okay, for example, random is one module. Okay, random is one module that is used for many purposes. One of the purpose that we can use is to generate random numbers. So somebody for a vehicle, for a four-wheeler or a two-wheeler, you are trying to do some programming. One person cannot do the programming for the entire vehicle. So small parts will be there. For individual parts, many people will do programming. Then they will combine together to make the entire product. So when we are doing our programming, when we are doing our project work, we can take the help of modules which are already built by people. One such module is random module that we will be using frequently. Okay, so how to use that module? The syntax for using any module is import followed by the module name. For example, random. Import random. You can use this to generate random numbers. For example, I want to generate a random number between 1 to 10. Okay, I want to generate a random number between 1 to 10. So how do I use this? I want a number equal to, I have imported this module, right? Random. In that, random dot rand int means in this random module, there is a function or method which gives me random integer between, you have to tell between the numbers. So 1, 10. Okay. So it is telling, so from 1 to 10, I want the number, then print number. See, it has given random number of 8. So again, if I run 2, again I run 1, again I run 1, again I run 8. So this module random helps us to generate random numbers. For example, if I change this to 0, 1. So between 0 and 1, we will get random numbers. So either we will get 0 or 1, 0 or 1. Okay. If I want decimal values, that is float, then I have to put here random dot random. Just a minute, I'm making some mistake. Okay. No, it doesn't. It says takes no arguments. That means we should not give the range here. See, we have given two arguments here, 0 and 1. These are arguments. Okay. We are not supposed to give you arguments. That's why it says random dot random takes no arguments. 2 I have given. So I have to remove that. So for generating a random number between 0 and 1, which will be a float, we need not give the arguments. So it is by default. See here, it has given one random number. Okay. I hope you understood. Another way of doing this is import random. I can put one alias as R. So here I have to put R dot. That's all. So I'm importing random. Instead of everywhere, I have to go type random as R. So R dot random. Did you understand this random thing? Did you understand this random thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if you have understood this random thing, I want you to make a game where you're tossing a coin, head or tail. So it will randomly come, right? So you toss the coin and you should print in the console whether you got head or tail. Can you try it? Did you understand the question? Did you understand the question? You have to use this random module. Assume you're playing a game, you're tossing a coin. You have to print in the console for one run whether you got heads or tails. Can you make a program? Quickly, I give you 2-3 minutes. Try to make the program, and once completed, please let me know. So you have to use what we have learned till now, whatever we have learned till now, plus this random module also. I'll give 2-3 minutes. Once you complete, please raise your hand so that I will know how many people have finished. Those who have completed can expand the program by saying that you, if you are playing with computer and you have to compare between computer's choice and your choice, okay, and say who has won. You can expand it like that. Those who have completed. First, you have to fix it. First, you have to fix which is winning. Okay. So you have to make a choice and computer make a choice. You can expand it however you want. You assume you're playing with between yourself and the computer, and you can make changes in the program and practice it. By the time let others complete. For others, it's a simple program. Okay, you have to make a random number. If the random number is 0, you have to tell it is heads. If the random number is 1, you have to tell it is a tails. It's a very simple program. So you have to say here random. What is the syntax is import. Either you can say import random as R, or you just keep it as import random. Then you have to say number equal to random dot rand int. And what should be the range? What should be the range? Can somebody tell what should be the range? Please can somebody tell what should be the range here? See, when I want an integer, we have to tell what is the range, starting number and ending number, both inclusive. If you want decimal values between 0 and 1, we need not tell the range. Can somebody tell what should be the range here?
0
So
to
is it
1.
0, 1?
Yeah, 0, 1. Because heads or tails, that's all. So either 0 or 1, that's all. So if num equal to 0, then print heads, else print tails. That's all. So let us run the program. It's printing heads. That means that random number generated was 0. Again, I'm running the program. Tails. That means random generated was 1. Again, I'm running. Again, it is 1. Again, it's 0. Tails. Like that, you can play any number of times. Is that clear? Those who have not done, please see this program. Import random. Okay. And you are going to get a random number using the random module. In that methods is random int, and the range should be 0 and 1. And that number, random number that is generated, goes and sits in this number num variable. And if that variable, the value stored in the variable num is 0, then print heads, else print tails. Is that clear? Did you get that? All of
Yes,
you,
sir.
all of you, you just try it. All of you raise your hands, then only I'll move forward. You try it. All of you should raise your hands. Then only I'll know that you're all practicing along with me. All of you, please try it once and raise your hands so that we can proceed further. So the homework what you can take is, assume you and computer are playing, maybe fight 5 times or 10 times or 15 times or 3 times, then decide who will be the winner at the end of the day. Is that question clear? Is that question clear? Same game you and computer are playing, maybe 5 times or 10 times. Okay, then decide who is the winner at the end of the game. Okay, just note it down. I'm coming in 2 minutes. Okay, shall we go to the next topic now? I'm going to introduce a new data structure now called as lists. Okay, so far we have seen data types as int, float, boolean, and one more thing. What is that? Int, float, boolean, and string. Okay, now I'm going to introduce lists. Okay, we have few more things like lists, sets, tuples, dictionary. Okay, each one has a lot of characteristics and we will be frequently using in our program. So what I'm going to introduce to you now is lists. Okay, what is a list means? It is a set of data that we are getting stored. For example, fruits. Okay, so this fruits is called as a list. What does it contain? It contains some names of fruits. This whole thing is called list. Okay, so how do, if I take vegetables, this is called an empty list. Okay, there is no elements here. This is having 3 elements. Okay, now these are, these elements can be anything. For example, here I can have a number also. Here I can have a float also. Okay, I can have a list within a list also. That is also possible. Okay, now these are ordered. Okay, and these are all indexable also. Like in your strings, we are able to get a particular character from a string. Here also we can get a particular element from this particular list. For example, fruits list. If I want the first fruit, okay, I'll remove the integers and float. Now if I want the first fruit in this list, it's an ordered list. Okay, so I want the first fruit. So fruits, if I want to index something, I open and close using a box bracket and I'm taking 0. Always remember that we are going to index from 0, 1, 2. Otherwise, -1, -2, -3. Now, if I say print fruit of 0, then I should get apple. Let us see whether we are getting that or not. You see, you got it as apple. Always remember, it is Python programming is case sensitive, that you have to remember. Okay, then if you can add something to the list also, you can add something to the list also by saying, by using the syntax append. Okay, there's one syntax called append. Fruits dot append. Can you see here? I appended the fruits with apricot and I got here as the last element. So whenever you are appending the list, it goes to the last position. I can change something also. For example, fruits, say -1 equal to cocoa. Then print fruits. So what will be the results of this? Can you tell me? What will be the result of this? Can somebody unmute and speak and tell what will be the result of this?
Cocoa will also be added to the list.
Adding cocoa in the last.
What will happen?
We'll add cocoa in the last.
Sir,
Okay.
we got it. Cocoa
Let us see. Let us see what is happening. First, initially the fruits was apple, fig, banana. That was my initial list. Okay. Then I appended with apricot here. Then I printed once again. That's why it became apple, fig, banana, apricot. Okay. Then I printed. Then this one is changing the last element. -1 means last element. This is changing the last element to cocoa. That is why apricot has become cocoa. Did you get this point? I did not add.
Sir.
For adding, I should put append. Here I replaced the last element with the cocoa. Okay. I can add to this also. For example, to this I can add a list. Okay. For example, fruits dot extend 1, 2, 3. Can you tell what will happen here? If I print fruits, this 1, 2, 3 element will get added to fruits. So fruits will be apple, fig, banana, 1, 2, 3. I'm adding a list to a list. Okay, just see what is happening. Apple, fig, banana, and the other 3 elements got added. Is that clear? So likewise, we can have so many to this list, so many things can be done. Okay. For that, if you want to have an idea, either you should go to the documentation and check, or we can check the methods of list. It's called methods of list in Python. If you give it will give you a list. I think you are able to see. See, we did append. Okay. Then extend also we tried. We can insert at a particular position. We can remove from a position. Then pop is also one way of removing. Clear means the entire list is cleared. These are all methods. These are all methods for list data structure. Okay. These are so many methods are there. Everything we may not be able to remember. So what we should do is we should have a cheat sheet which tells what are all the methods which can be applied on list. Later on, when we come up with a problem, say for example, somebody asks, we should add few elements to the list. Can we do it in Python? Immediately it should stress, yes, that is there. Only the syntax we should correctly put it. That's all. We cannot remember all these things. Similarly, for tuple, there's something called as tuple. There's something called a set. There's something called as dictionary. For each of them, there are methods. We cannot remember so many things. So we should know what are all the methods available. Later on, when the circumstances come, we have to use the right method and execute the problem. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. Now I give you a challenge. Did you hear what I told in the last thing?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay. So now I'm going to give a challenge. What you're supposed to do is you make a list. Okay. You make a list of 5 names. Okay. You make a list of 5 names. How do we make a list of 5 names? You have to say, declare it here. Say names equal to Krishna, Radha, Rama, Balram, Hanuman, like that you declare. Then you generate a random number and you should say that this person should pay the bill. Idea is you are going to the hotel, randomly you have to choose a person who's going to pay the bill. Can you try that program? The question is you are going to a hotel, 5 members you are going to a hotel, okay, and you have to, after eating you are deciding randomly some person has to pay the bill. Can you do the program for that? Just try it. I give you 5 minutes for that. You are going to a hotel, 5 members are going. Finally, after eating, you have to decide who is going to pay the bill. It is a random choice.
Sir, is this related to lists or only random modeling?
Lists and random. Lists and random.
Okay, sir.
You have to use list and random. I will restart at 7 o'clock. By the time, try to complete this program. Once you complete, please raise your hands, okay? Those who have completed can expand the program. If you don't know the number of persons in the list, how do you do it? Assume you have gone as a group and you don't know the number of people available. You have to do it. You have to randomly choose a person to pay the bill. Those who have completed, expand this problem. You don't know the number of people in the list. Okay. You have to randomly choose a person and ask him to pay the bill. Right? Those who have completed already. Others, for you, simple task is simple. There's a list. There's 5 people in the group. You have to randomly choose one person to pay the bill. Yes. Somebody ask something.
So can we use the length function for fruits if we don't know the number of people?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Those who have completed can try that if you don't know the number of people in the group, how to handle the situation. Yes.
For the problem before and the heads and tail part, I have a doubt.
You please type it in chat, pa. I'll read that. I'm not able to hear your voice properly. Can you type it in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, quickly we will go through the problems. Please listen. So assume this is the list of, assume we have this is a list. Okay, otherwise I'll type lists. Okay. Import random, because we are going to generate a random number. Then names, name equal to, I want to make a list. Okay, I have a list now. Now I have to generate a random number. So I equal to random dot rand int in the range. In the range what? What should be the range? Please somebody unmute and tell what should be the range.
0
0
to
to
length of
Zero
name.
length of
to
the names.
0 to
Length of the names.
Length of name
4.
minus 1.
0 to 4, because we already know here only 5 are there. Correct? Then print name of I. Correct? Is that fine? I'm just giving you the logic. You can add flesh or around this. Okay. Enter your name, enter this person has to pay the bill, like that. All those things you can do it. Okay. So here first is Ram. Lakshman, like that. So random. Okay. Is that clear? If you don't know, so the next part of the problem is, if you don't know what is the how many people are there, then we have to find out the length of the list. For example, the number of people. Number of people equal to length of name. So just print it out for our checking purpose. Number. So if this list number changes, means this number of people length will change. Okay. So we will just run this program. You see, 5 people are there. Randomly generated number goes for Krishna. Now here, if this list is going to change, this length of the list is going to change. So here, instead of 4, I should put number of people -1. -1 because the length will be total length 5, but we want to be 1 less. Is this clear? Up to this, is it clear? So 2 parts of the problem. One
Yes, sir.
problem is group of people. 5 people are going. You are randomly choosing a person to pay the bill. If an unknown group of people go, how to handle the problem? Is that clear? Somebody asked the doubt. Is that clear? Okay. I hope you understood. I want to see. Can you
Sir,
type it in? Yes.
sir, I have another doubt now. Like, actually, can we take the input of the number of people from the user and do like a for loop and take input and then?
We are not yet gone into for loop. That we will see later.
Okay, sir.
You can do it. See, for programming, multiple ways you can do. There are hundreds of ways of doing the problem. You should understand the problem, apply your logic so that we get the right result. That is what we are supposed to do it. The heads and tails, I will tell you. In this one, anybody is having a doubt?
Why
The
are we
one part
taking
which is
length
important
of
is
names minus?
the one part which is important in this problem is this length. We have given -1. If we don't give -1, you will come across some error. Let us see whether we are coming across that error or not. Okay. I'm just taking the length itself. See here, list index out of range. That means, can you guess what will be the random number generated? What will be the random number generated?
Okay, so it's will be 5.
5. It would have generated number 5. Okay. This would have generated number 5. And if I put 5 here, then name of 5 is not available. What is available is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why list index out of range is coming. This error many times I have come across in my programming. We should be very, very careful when we are using the length, because the indexing starts at 0. That you should remember. Is that clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Later on, we are going to see something called as range. Okay. Later on, we are going to see something called as range, and I'm going to put some value here. For example, if I put 5, it will start at 0 and end at 4. You have to remember this. When I'm using range, it will start at 0, end at 4. Whereas in random, it starts at 0 and ends at what you specified. It is both inclusive. There, that end is not inclusive. Please remember. Later on, I will tell that also. But as a side point, you remember later on, for loop, we will use it. For example, for I in range. Okay. Print I, if I give, it will print up to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all. Just here 1, 2, 3, 4. It stops at 4. Whereas random number goes up to the end. So out of range error or error, this out of range error we will get. Is that clear? Okay, somebody wanted that heads of tails. If I want it multiple times, if I want to play, what should I do? Okay, so import random. Okay. What is that? Number equal to random dot rand int of 0, 1. Okay. Okay. Now if number equal to 1, print, and assume heads is winning. Assume heads is winning. Print you. Somebody has sent a message. Just I'll see it and come. Somebody's asked, sir, what would be the case if we input the names form instead of the user giving it? That I will tell you. Don't worry, I will tell you. First, let us finish this. I will tell you, don't worry. Okay. Now print heads and it is you win. If not, else, that means if the random number is 0, then what we should do? It should say print you lose, correct? And we want to continue playing. So assume I'm going to have 3 attempts. Choice equal to 3. Okay. So when you lose, you decrement that. Choice minus equal to 1. That means every time this else part is running, it will decrement choice. Then if choice is lesser than or equal to 3, because already 3 we did. So next time it will be 2 if you lose. Then again you have to run the program. Again write generate a random number and start doing it. Did you get the logic? So again, if you lose, again you have to check the same thing. Understood? No. Here I think we should say not less than 3. It should be greater than 0. Correct? Do you understand? For example, let us keep it 2. Okay. So first time it is running heads, you win. Otherwise you lose. Choice is if it is greater than 1, go ahead. Okay. Okay. Let us run this program and see what is happening. Somewhere I missed. I have 2 choice. Okay. This is one way of doing it. There are multiple ways. This is one way of doing it. Let us run the program. Oh. So 2 times it has done. See, you lose. First time also it has lost. Second time also it lost. Let me run the program. 2 times again. See, heads, you win. So again that program is running. See, after after you win here, we should make sure that it comes out of the program. Okay, after you win here. Okay, otherwise we have to say else if here, like that we have to use. But at least you understood the logic. Somebody who asked the doubt how to do this multiple times. Did you understand the logic? Okay, so why we have to make loop once we go to for loop or while loop, we can do it in a simpler way. When we go to for loop, while loop, we can go in a simpler way. Okay, how many times you have to run? For example, I want to run to 3 times, means for I equal I in the range of 0 to 3. That means 3 times it will run until I win the competition. You try it. Okay, you try it. If you still have problem, you can let me know.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so why even after winning it is typing you lose means I am not intended properly, or I am not giving a condition that after you win you should exit, like that. I am not given probably. Here we have to give else if. That means this will not run at all once you win. Correct, right? Let me run and see.
Sir, I think after an if, else must come, then only else must come, sir. After an else can't come, right?
Here within this it should come. Correct, here else.
Yes, sir.
Here else should come. So if I want to start here, then I should go over if only. I cannot start with else if. If else if else if I can do. I cannot start with else if. Correct. That's why it is giving this error. Okay. So we have to fix that. Now, if you win, then it should go out of this program. This should not run. This part of should not run at all. So if I indent this fully, I'm going to indent this fully. Just I will indent this. I'm shifting the block. Let us run this program. See, heads, you win and it has exited. Can you see that? Did you observe that? That is because once you come into this else, this entire thing is in else. Once if this code is executed, this line is executed, it will not go here, because if this do this thing, else will not do. And this entire thing has shifted. Correct? I hope you understood. I hope you understood. Anybody is having doubt in the last thing which I have done? Last thing which I have done. The question is, if I win, it should exit. If I don't win, I should get another chance. That's what has happened here. Now what you can do is intermittently you can add a score. Intermittently you can add a score. Like you win means your score 1, computer score 0. Finally, you can say that you win or computer win based on the score of the person and the computer. Will you be able to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you try it, but the logic remains same. When we go to for loop, while loop, it will be simpler. Here we are using so many if statements, right? That many will not come once we go into loop, because here we want loop, correct? For example, when I fail, I want the loop to run. What is the loop? Random number to be generated, check. If I fail, again loop should run. Random number to be checked, generated and checked. That loop has to run. Here, in order to make that loop, I'm using multiple if and else. That will be avoided if I go for loop or while loop later. But as of now, you understood the logic. There also we have to increment, decrement. How many number of choice? Initially, I should declare some number of choices. Then whenever I lose, I have to decrement the choice. Correct? Then only I can make the decision at the end of the game. I hope this understood. Did anybody find it difficulty? If you want me to explain, I can explain. It's simple, okay? If you have any other doubts, please put it in the chat box before we go on to the next topic. Somebody is raising hands. Any doubts? If you have any doubts, you can put it in the chat box or you can unmute and speak.
Sir, can you please share this code with what you discussed now?
What, pa?
So can you please share this code what you discussed now in the chat one? So if we run and see, it will be a bit easier, I think.
Okay, I will share it. I will share it.
Okay, sir.
You can make changes to the code also and see. Okay. This code will run that random number twice. If you win first time itself, it will exit. If you lose, again it will try to run and see whether you win or not. Either you win or you lose. Is that clear? So there are only two choices available. If you win first time, you win. If you lose first time, you get another chance. That's all. But it is completely automated. We can do manual intervention also, like whether you want to continue or not. You can ask that question based on the choice of the user. You proceed for continuing. If you don't want to continue, terminate there itself. Like that, so many ways you can do it. Is that clear? Shall we go to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next one is nested loop. Okay. Sorry, nested list. Okay. For example, I have fruits. I have some fruits and I have some vegetables. Okay, these two lists I can put together. These two lists I can put together in one list. For example, basket. Basket equal to list of fruits and vegetables. Print basket. See, there's one list. There is another list. These two lists are in one list of basket. Is that clear? So we can have a list within a list. It's called as a nested list, and we can access that. The different elements of this list we can access. Okay. For example, basket of. So what will be the index of this? For example, I want carrot to be printed. Can you tell how to print the carrot? What will be the index of this? First index of this list. What will be the index of this list? What will be the index of this list?
1.
1. So in basket, I want access the first list, and in that carrot, what will be the carrot index?
0.
0. So if I run this program, we should get carrot from that. Can you see? I got it. Okay. So this is 2-dimensional. 3-dimensional also we can have. This is called as nested list. Okay. Now I'm going to give one challenge. Okay. You try it and let me know whether you're able to do tomorrow. Just copy this. Okay. So I have line 1 is one list. I'm just explaining the problem. I'm not going to do it. You do it. And you tell me tomorrow whether you're able to do it or not. Okay. Line 1 is a list. Line 2 is a list. Line 3 is also a list. All these 3 lists are in one list map. So if I see here, print map. I'm just printing that. You see how map is getting printed. This presently I will cut it. I'm just running this. Okay. Don't worry how I got this box with filled color. Don't worry about that. Now we have to concentrate on list. Then how to access that particular element of that list. Okay, that should be your worry. You can make it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D also. That is also not a problem. You can say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, like that also you can keep it. So if I run this, see you have a 3 lists in one list. That list name is map. Okay, now let me run this one. You see how I'm getting. So I'm printing the first line, the second line, third line. What is this line 1, 2, 3? Can somebody unmute and tell what is this line 1, 2, 3?
The 3 different lists.
3 different lists. So let me print it. You see 3 lists have come in separate lines. That is achieved by this /n that says go to the new line. So first print this list, go to the line, next line, print this list, go to the next line, print this. Have you understood this? Have you understood this?
Yes.
Now assume these are columns, right? 1, 2, 3 columns. Let this column be A, let this column be B, let this column be C. Let this row be 1, let this row be 2, let this row be 3. Understood? Column A, B, C, row 1, 2, 3. I have to ask the user. Which element you want to change. And if he says B2, then B2, this element, can you see this? This element here should change. For example, change B2 to X. This is your challenge for tomorrow. Okay, but for that you need this 3 lines. And this line, I'm putting it in the chat box. Please make a note of it, or I'll put it in WhatsApp group only. Anyway, I'll put it in chat also. If you don't want to use this line, you can make it as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, whatever it is. But the problem is simple. What is the problem? You have to ask the user which element you will want to choose. He will say one column name followed by one number, B2, A3, C2, C1, like that. You have to change it with the letter X. Is that problem clear? Is that problem clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I will end it. I request people who already knew Python programming to give me your honest feedback, how I am taking it. It will be really helpful for me to improve. Particularly, I see here final year students are there in this class, in this batch. So please give me your honest feedback. It can be negative feedback or positive feedback, whatever it is. But you please share your feedback so that I can improve. Okay. Newcomers, those who are new to Python, you tell if I'm not able to clarify things to you, I will change my methodology of teaching. Okay, this will help both of us to improve. Thank you all so much. Please practice. I will give today I will send one exercise. You try to do that.